Hi guys, and welcome to round 2 of the Maverick Cup. We had round 1 last week at Interlagos, and now round 2 at Nürburgring, which is the Maverick Cup commemoration of a GLSR founding member who passed away in June. Races tonight are as follows. So the LNR races are Sprinkler, Caddy, Jarhead and Frost. ONG slow. GLSR races are Legacy, McQuartie, Mail, and for BTCC we have Genic, M3 Guy and Fabuki. Nice bit of drifting by Fubs there. Let me just pull up the information. So Genic's covering for Ali. Don't think we've got anyone else. So tonight's race is 7:30 PM race time, 18 laps, with a success ballot based on race 1. And then the second race will be reverse grid of 4 laps. Just going to check what the fuel and fuel times 8, fuel times 2. Oh, it looks like Motor Mouth and Matty Cake. Now the success ballast, as based on the results from the previous round, leaves Sprinkler's top is in first place, got a weight of 113% and power of 100%. Caddy, who's in second, has 110% and 100% power. GTAS Low has 107% and 100% power. Fabuki also has 107% and 100% power. Mail has 101% weight with 100 power. Frost has 98%. Motormouth has 95%. Craden, unfortunately, who isn't racing, would have had 92%. Legacy has 89%. M3 Guy has 86%. And Ali has, and Jenny, who's covering for Ali's, got 86%. Then you have Matty Cake, Jarhead and Mark QWERTY with 85% weight and power of 104 to 113. So now we're just getting into the stock check. So we've got 12 races. Ali had to drop out at the last minute. Not sure where Athens is. Let's see how they go through the first corner. GTA slow caused a bit of mayhem there. Hopefully that won't happen in the actual race. And now they're all dropping out now. Just wait for the last 3 to drop out. So now we'll go into qualifying. I believe it's a 10-minute qualifying session. Tyres are soft, mediums or hards. Free choice. No stipulation on how many you can use. Yep, we have a 10-minute qualifying session now. So it'd be interesting to see how the ballast kicks in for tonight's race. So we've got Sprinkler out of the in front. So now we can get to see. So we've got Sprinkler, Caddy, Jarhead, Frost, and Slow for LNR. We got Fubuki, M3 Guy, and Genic for BTCC. And then for GLSR, we have Matty Cake, Motormouth, Legacy, Mail, and Mark. So Sprinkler straight into the pits to get the racing softs on. So obviously you can start the race in mediums. So Sprinkler burning some fuel still, with his hazards flashing, so he's not lapping yet. Fob's straight onto the softs, so this is his first flying lap. Not worrying about burning the fuel. See how he goes. Going through the Ford curve, heading down towards Dunlop. If anybody watched last week, we know that this car is very prone to drifting. Just gone through Schumacher, coming up to the Michelin. Through Wallsteiner. Around the Advan. To the NGK chicane. And then Coca-Cola. So Fubs are set up 2:11.85. M3 coming up to the line 2:11.906. Jarhead, but he had a 2-second penalty, so can't see how that can count. Jenny put a 2:12.5. Maticake a 2:15.1. Sprinkling up actually done a lap. Hiya Hansa. Fub's just gone through the Schumacher. Fub's putting in some blinding laps here, and from what I can see, on his 3rd lap, oh, that was a bit of straight into the pits. M3 guy coming up to the line now. After going through the Coca-Cola curve. Coming up to the line, 2:11.769. Just got him into 3rd on the grid. Sprinkler's done a 2:11.476. Jenny coming up to the line now. Burning his penalty through the curve. Done 2:13. Maticake's just gone through faster with a 2:08.653. Now you can really see the ballast and the power coming into effect there. Same with Jarhead. Who have we got further down? Male coming down the back straight now towards the chicane. On his out laps, Legacy flying along. Just going purple at the moment. I'll just bring them up. Let's see what Legacy's up to the Coca-Cola curve. So Legacy are carrying some weight, and he goes fast with 2:08.543. 1/10 of a second up on Maticake. Caddy just put in a 2:09.682, which has put him up into 3rd. Jarhead hasn't improved on his 2nd lap. Jenick done a 2:11.35, which got him good for 7th. Sprinklers in 8th with a 211,476. Fubs is in 9th with a 211,851. Motormouth is in 10th with a 212. Mal coming up to the chicane on his flying lap now. Fighting with his car over the curbs, up to the Coca-Cola curve. And he's coming up to the line to do a 210.207, which is, so everyone's on their flying laps. So Frost is in first with a 208.482. Legacy's just coming up to the see if he can improve on his time. He hasn't improved. Caddy coming up to the line now, he's in third at the moment. Has he improved on his 208.6? No. Jarhead in fourth with half a second penalty coming up to the line. Jennings said so. I agree. It looks like, well, let's see where this. So our grid's looking at Frost in first, Caddy in second, Slow in third, Jarhead in fourth, Jenick in fifth, always Mew, always keeps it nice and polished. Sprinkler in sixth, M3 guy in seventh, Motormouth in 8th, Mark in 9th, Fubs in 10th, Legacy in 11th, and I think Matikate quick little break. So let's see if we got the grid now. Frost's on pole, Legacy in second, Caddy in third, Slow in fourth, Jarhead in fifth. Start again. Frost in first, Legacy in second, Matty Cake in third, Caddy in fourth. They just don't want me to tell the grid. Everyone's dropping into the pits. I know, Hansa. It's almost like them doing this just to make it hard. I don't know, Mew. I must be doing something right. Is everybody out now? Not quite. I'm going to wait for everyone to get into Sector 2. So I know I'm getting the right list. So I think our grid is Frost in first. My voice isn't exactly brilliant. Legacy in second, Matty Cakes in third, Caddy in fourth, Mail in fifth, Fubs in sixth, Slow in seventh, Jarhead in eighth, Genic in ninth, Sprinkler in 10th, M3 going in 11th, Motormouth in 12th, Mark in 13th. So now we go for the race. 18 laps with the ballast applied, which has mixed up the grid a little bit, I think. I think he's just passing the time. I'm very good at doing castles. Let's say we have a good race like we did last week. Four red lights. And we're a go. Throw straight to the inside with a flying star. Matty Cake taking the very wide line. Oh, but Frost pushes him wide. That nearly worked beautifully. Frost held on to first place. I believe everyone's got round okay. You can just see the extra power that Matty Cakes has got with the ballast set up, allowing him to really apply some pressure to Frost. So through sector one, we've got Frost in first, Matty Cake in second, with the benefit of the less weight, more power. Mail in third, Legacy in fourth, Caddy in fifth, Genic in sixth. Let's see what's happened to. See if we can see what happened to Fubs. Obviously not. Something must have happened to Frost with Matty Cakes itching to get past. So Fubs has got a lot of work to do tonight. Up to the chicane. A little bit loose coming out of there onto the Coca-Cola curve. And bizarrely, seems to be actually pulling away from Matty Cake. Matty Cake in second. Legacy in third. Matty Cake's having a look on the inside. Can't get it to stop, so Frost just undercuts back over on him. Just checking to see everyone's got round there okay. So Matty Cake's got the power and the less weight, but very wide there by Frost. Just let Matty Cake close right up on him again. Coming down to Dunlop. Frost looked like he was a little bit late getting onto the brakes into that and turning in. Just allow Matty Cakes to close right up again. So the Schumachers looking on the outside, coming up to Michelin. Now Legacy's close right up on those. Just have a look, see if there's any more. Everyone else is getting rather. Sprinkler's got motor mouth right all over. Very wide there. Going for the inside. Very early braking by motor mouth, which could have left him open to Jarhead coming behind him, and he does. Jarhead just flies straight past him. So now we've got Matty Cake having again, looking on the inside, coming down to the first corner. Literally flown past Frost. Will he get it stopped this time? He does. So Matty Cake's into the lead. Little bit of bumper rubbing. Legacy looking on the outside of Frost, wide there by Matty Cake. Very tight line there by Frost. So if we look at our list now, we've got Matty Cake using first, Frost in second, Legacy in third, Mail in fourth, Caddy in fifth, Jenik in sixth with Slow right behind him. Just gonna have a watch of these coming down to Dunlop. Now we've got to remember that Jenik only jumped in the car 15 minutes before the race. Slow in 7th, M3 going 8th, Jarhead in 9th, Fubs in 10th, Motormouth in 11th, Sprinkler in 12th, and Mark in 13th. No one's heard from him. We don't know where. Maybe he's just forgotten. I always find it really interesting with the Coca-Cola curve. The real quick drivers always use that bit of curve to get a bit more width on the track. It looks like Matty Cake's getting to possible. So Matty Cake's, although he went very wide there, which allowed Frost to close up again. But the top four seem to be pulling away from the rest of the field. Caddy's in the middle of nowhere. Jenik still with Slow right on the back of him. Jenik obviously dived back onto the track there to stop getting any penalty. And the problem is, with his Slow right behind him, he can't do anything to try and catch up with the boys at front. Slow having a look, but not going. Oh, Jenik a bit late on the brake there. Slow to close right up on him as they come up to the Schumachers. On the flip side of these fighting, could work in M3 guys closing up, and I can see Fubs is working really hard to get back up to the field. Jenik obviously got a better through there, and as they come to the chicane, Ah, right. Matty came very early on his brakes there, which allowed for us to get a bit more closer to him. Hello, Foxy. Jenny was slow crawling all over the back of him. M3 guy just a little bit out of slipstream range. But Fubs is closing up on them. Very wide there by Jenik. But it's their tyres, they're already starting to look very worn, and it's only 5 laps in. Slow having a look on the outside coming down to Dunlop. Jenik slams the door. So the Schumachers. Coming up to Michelin. What do you mean you're missing your rig, Foxy? You're only just trying to order it, aren't you? Or has your chair finally died? Oh, now Legacy's closing up on Frost now. Legacy side by side. Who's going to break the first? Ah, of course, yes. Legacy trying the cut back. So they goes to the Mercedes complex. Jenik still giving Slow no room at all to get by. Oh. Fubs has been in for some fresh rubber. So he's looking like he's going for the undercut. Coming up to the Ford curve. He's doing really well. And it was something I was informed. While the GTA, the LNR boys are really good, but if you look, they've got the, I think it's the stability management on the go. Which is aiding them with their tyres. Well, you can see Jenik got a bit of traction control on. Stability assistant. So we know Fubs has done a penalty. So Motormath is now in 13th. Right then, Foxy, this is the Maverick Cup. I'll give you the quick little tribute. It's a tribute cup to the racer named Maverick. He was one of the founder members of the GLSR Discord. Oh, Frost gives Legacy a little bit of a tap there. But he's backed off straight away. Because he passed away in June, so they've done this cup as a memorial to him. Got 3 different Discord teams racing. You've got the BTCC, GLSR and the LNR. And the big difference between this and, yeah, it's basically a commemorative cup for the chap. So Jenik stayed out. Males on fresh rubber. So everybody apart from Jenik. Well, the top 4 haven't gone in, obviously. But as you can see, stability management. But they've got ballast on the cars for this week. And Matty Cake's tyres are dead. So depending on where they finished after the first round, you got more weight but the same power, and it drops down by 3% for each place. So first place started with 113. Yes, it's why Matty Cake and Legacy, Matty Cake especially, because Matty Cake's got, I think he's got 95% weight but 107% power, compared to say Frost, who was 98% weight with only 100% power. So now everyone's dropping in to get their first pit stops. I know, Mew, I wished I'd seen it. That was worthy of commemoration. So Legacy's gone with the mediums. Frost has won out. Jenik's still going with those softs, but as you can see, he's getting wider and wider coming out of the Mercedes complex. And so Matty Cake come out in 5th. Only putting half a tank of fuel in as well. So you got Caddy in 6th, Mark in 7th. I know, but the thing is, Mew, you've still got to get that LMP1 round the corners. So Fubs has moved up into 8th after the pit stops. You've seen me in multi-class, I'm in a GR2 and I'm fighting with the GR3s. So Legacy with a clear lead of 13 seconds. Frost in 2nd. Mail in 3rd. Jenik in 4th. And Jenik's still not going in the pits. Matty Cake in 5th. Caddy in 6th. Fubs is now up into 7th. Quickly getting rid of that little bit of a penalty. Drops in behind Mark. Slow right behind him. Then Jarhead in 10th. Curti was early on the brakes, which just let Fubs to get up on his inside as they go through the complex. Slow Fubs. See what's going. So this looks like a biggest battle at the moment. Just slow, keeping closely behind. McQuartie very wide, Jarhead serving a penalty. but still managed to get on the inside of my QWERTY. My QWERTY one. So Slow's got to try and catch up to Alan Seat's easy to steal. Just show him hold a 6-pack of beer and let close by. When he gets up to grab him, nab the seat. Job done. So Frosty's now finally closing in on Legacy. Matty Cake's now up to 3rd. He's got past Mail. Caddy's past Jenick, who's finally going into the pits. Respect to getting 9 laps on those tyres. Oh, let's not look at that. So Matty Cake in 3rd. Frost still not getting Fobs. Oh. See what's happened there. So Fobs has gone over to serve this penalty. So Jarhead's come past. Yes. So now Jarhead's in front of Fobs. Now Jarhead's got 85% weight and 104% power, compared to Fobs with 107% weight and 100% power. I think we've all done it at some point. Fobs there, still with Slow right behind him. Legacy still clear out in front. It's because of your McGeezy you've probably done it, Foxy. Come on. You've done everything else. You're bound to have done that. So Legacy stayed out for another lap. Jarhead's really put some time into Fobs there. And Fobs is into the pits for his second stop. So now Legacy less than 10 seconds behind. Sorry, Frost 10 seconds behind Legacy now. It is a good track. I like it because I know it quite well. So Matty Cake in 3rd. Bit of no man's land. Mail in 4th. Caddy in 5th. Jarhead in 6th. Slow in 7th. M3 guy in 8th. Mark in 9th. Fobs in 10th with a new set of rubber on. Sprinkler in 11th. Jenick in 12th. And Motormouth making us a sandcastle. So everybody's pretty spaced out at the moment. Mew, I've had the game since he came out, and I was always at the back, but that was down to me lacking in practice. Legacy's still carrying on with those mediums, but Frost less than 9 seconds back on him now. Matty Cake's making no inroad onto Frost. Neither Mal. Caddy in 5th. Jarhead in 6th. Slow in 7th. M3 guy in 8th. Fubs in 9th. Mark in 10th. Sprinkler in 11th. Jenick in 12th. And Motormath. Yeah. Frost down to 8 seconds behind Legacy now. That's all it is, it's just practice. And because I'm playing too many other different games these days, and yeah, nearly 2 years ago, Foxy was just an amateur, and now everyone calls him a pro. Apart from Foxy. He is the pro, isn't he? Yeah. It's like his GR4 team. Mr. Pro. Yeah, well, you can't say that when you're looking at GT Omega rigs and Fanatec's. You'll be full on pro then. Then you'll be getting yourself a PC to find your old buddy Nike. So everyone's coming in for their second pit stops, apart from Frost, who stayed out. So Legacy's come out to do the last 5 laps. No, they're talking about it in the proper sense, not like how we talk about things. So Frost. But didn't he come up with the team name? So Frost got 9-second lead. Oh, that sounded like Jenick and Slow having a bit of a coming together. Fubs has got him back himself up to 7th. Males in 5th, behind Jarhead in 4th. Matacake in 3rd. Oh, and Frost doing that weird thing with his car again. How dare this mimic my racing style? I thought the Cleveland one was yours. Jarhead and Matt. Say it was last week, wasn't it, you? I was speaking to Fubs about it and he went, you cannot imagine how off-putting it was to racing, seeing that in front of him. So Miles got past Jarhead. And there we would see why. So now Frost into the pits. The bottlers. Although I did quite like snail pace racing. So Frost has managed to come back out in second. I still got that racing suit on my little bloke. So we go after the pit stops. You got Legacy in third, Frost in second, Matty Cake in third, Mail in fourth, Caddy in fifth, Fobs in sixth. Slow in seventh, Jenik in eighth, M3 guy in ninth, Jarhead in 10th with some new rubber on, Sprinkler in 11th, Mark in 12th, Motormouth in 13th. So Legacy's pretty much got this win sorted out. Can Matty Cake close up on Frost? I even had a team, what was it? Sandcastle Racing? Because I like building sandcastles on the side of the track while everyone else is racing. Dead Bull Racing, yeah. There's some very good team names. In fact, I've got to sort all that out because Ryder wants to get the Hall of Fame channel set up. So I've got to sort all the details out. So Fox waiting for his final pit stop. Or perhaps not. Or BTC have shown us how not to get in the pits. Jenik's up into 8th. So he's obviously got past M3 guy. He's got Jarhead right behind him. It's a handful, this car is, especially with the extra weight. So our top 3 look pretty, well, top 4 look pretty set. So Legacy clear in front, Frost in second, Matty Cake's third, Mail in fourth. Don't know what you mean, Xbox controller. Fob's in 6th. But the question is, when will he run out of fuel? Slow in 7th. Jenik in 8th. Jarhead in 9th, so he's got past M3 guys. See if M3 guy can answer him. Go on, Fobs, get it right this time. Ah. No, I didn't either. That's very ingenious of you, mate. I had See, when I first got into the lobby racing, my controller's shoulder buttons wasn't working, so I could never get full. You'll never brake earlier than me, I always brake earlier than anybody. So Jenny, because of Fub's having to make a later pit stop than he wanted, he's in 7th, Jarhead in 8th, who's pulled away from M3 guy. Yeah, but after the first season, Budge never doesn't do GR4, so I couldn't. So I end up having to use the walls most of the time. But to be fair, if you look at the track map, everybody's pretty much spread out now, with 2 laps to go. There's nobody in 2 seconds of anybody. He has. And he had 89% weight and 100% power, so he's done really well. But it looks like he's playing absolute blinder, doing those, what was it, 10 laps on racing mediums. Everyone else just raced softs. Because this has been an absolute killer on tyres tonight. He is. Very good, Foxy. Legacy is making his legacy. I'm still in a bit of awe in Genic getting those 9 laps on the first set of softs. The bigger loser is Sprinkler, who had the most weight, and you can see he's really struggled with it today. But Motormass not done to be. Well, he stood in for Ali, because Ali couldn't make it tonight. Don't think there's been anyone coming to cover Athens or Croydon. Hence the reason I could get in the lobby and commentate. Yeah, I think it was about 8:30. Ali posted that he couldn't make it. But we know Genic is a good driver anyway. And it's only fair because he had done the BTCC cars. So he gets to race in the livery that he's made. But yeah, final lap. Genic's managed to get Jarhead away from him. Forbes is too far away to catch up. But no one's been lapped, so here we go. Legacy coming through the Coca-Cola curve to take the victory for this round. So he'll be, and the second race is a 4 laps reverse grid. I'm not sure if it's a rolling start or not. Might not be, but it's 4 laps reverse grid. And it's half points. So for Legacy for that, let me find the information. So Legacy picks up 24 points, Force picks up 20, Matty Cakes has got 16, Mail's got 14, Caddy's got 12, Slow's got 8, Genic picks up 8, so Slow picks up 10, Genic picks up 8, Fub picks up 4, and Jarhead picks up 2. That was a very good result for him there. Matty Cake picked up the fastest lap, if I remember correctly. We'll just go and have a look. Yep, Matty Cake got fastest lap. And nobody got lapped, which is always respectable. So now we'll have a quick little break before we'll have the final race, which is 4 laps reverse grid. I believe it's the same ballast weight as this race, with, if I remember correctly, same tyres and fuel. Not that it'll matter with 4 laps. Oh, so the second race is no ballast. So now we got the second race, final one for the night. 4 laps, half points compared to the main race with the reverse grid. So we got LNR, which I believe the team Logistical Nightmare Racing, BTCC, which is a British Tuning Car Championship, and you got GLSR. GLSR, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's some light speed racing or something along those lines. So while we wait, we'll watch Fub's little drive round, get used to the car with normal weight and power. So I think the race next week is at Brands Hatch. Yes, Hansa, I will be streaming tomorrow's final. I know, mute. I was watching it a bit earlier. How they're doing in that. I think they were in 4th the last time I saw it. Yes. 6 laps of the Nordschleife. Nice. They are a very good team. I was at the N24. Oh, my mistake. I do apologise. Oh, but it says on the schedule it's the Nordschleife. Hansa. And that was what they was practicing last Sunday. Either way, either track, it's going to be a handful in that Mazda tomorrow. Green light sim racing. Well, when I was with them after the race last Sunday. They were doing the Nordschleife because they was talking about how short the pit lane was, and I did actually do a lap. So Waves Legacy trying to turn his tyres into dirt tyres because they're looking rather dirty. See, now you've got me Mew. I'm almost tempted to bring it up myself and have a watch. No, can't do that. You'd know about these things, Foxy. But it is interesting. That's 200% weight for you. Was it the Beamer you lost the keys for as well? So the logistical nightmare. Jarhead doesn't use the... Oh, now I'm talking comfort hearts. Oh, that was it. So here we go. Spinnies! I like spinnies. So here we go. Reverse grid. Full red lights. I'm gonna go. Motor mouth and Mark going side by side into the corner. Fub's having a look on the outside. M3 guys seem to go straight on there. Motorman's held on to first as they go through the complex, but Fubs is up alongside him in second. Motorman's Sprinkle taking that one, and Fubs is up into first place as they come out of the complex. And M3 guys left the room. Maybe his wheel died. So Fubs is in first, there Ford. Sprinkler in second. Motormouth in third. Slow in fourth. Mail in fifth. Mark in sixth. Jarhead in seventh. Caddy in eighth. No, Legacy in eighth. Mark in ninth. Frost in 10th, sorry. Matty Cakes in 11th. Jenny in last. And M3 guys back in the room. So Fubs and Sprinkler are slowly starting to pull away. Frost Slow's got past Motormouth, who's got a lot of cars waiting to come flying past him by the look of it. Up to the chicane. Always took that very wide. That'll be a decent penalty. Fub's clearing the half-second lead, with Sprinkler right behind him, with the cars all slow. We've got a 2-second lead, and with Motormouth, Caddy right behind him now. They've all gone very deep there. Caddy's coming back. Have a look on the outside. Slow must have had a bad first corner because he's allowing Motormouth to catch back up. Mail back up into 5th behind, with Caddy behind, with Frost behind him, with Jarhead in 8th, Legacy in 9th, Matty Cake in 10th, Jennick up into 11th. Gone very wide. Fubsy gets on to get a bit. Has broke the slipstream on Sprinkler. So it looks like everyone's on. Oh no! So Fubs and Sprinkler are on racing mediums. Slow's on softs. Caddy's on softs. Mail and Caddy side by side. Ooh, that was some good driving by the pair of them. Here we got Caddy, Mail, Frost and Legacy together here. Fubs clear ahead now. Sprinkler with a second between him and Fubs, and a second between him and Slow. Slow's got 3-second lead over Caddy, who's got Mail, Frost. Although Caddy's Frost having a look on the inside of Mail, not close enough to really make that a real chance. They go through the complex. Just so you know, Fubs is clearing the lead. Mew. Putting in the fastest laps. Yes, for some reason, Sprinkler's on mediums. Softs on the back. Interesting. Didn't think you'd be allowed to do that anymore these days. Frost and Mal really battling with it, and Legacy's closed up right with them. We'll keep an eye on this for the moment. So they're all back on 100 BOP. Only 4 laps, yep. We got Frost, Mal and Legacy. And Motormouth has left the room. Legacy looking for the inside as they go through. Oh, Mal really slowed through there. Maybe that was a bit of team tactics. Let's have a look. Fub's 2 seconds clear in the lead. Sprinkler in second. We slows close right up on him. Caddy in fourth, and we're already on our final lap. Frost in fifth, who seems to be pulling away from Legacy, as Legacy's doing the same to Mail. Jennings in seventh, 10 seconds back. Mark's in ninth. Matty Cake in 10th. Jarhead in 11th. The Sprinkler's got some defending to do against Slow. As we come to Schumacher. Is Slow going to try and make a move as they come up to the chicane? He's going for the inside. Is he close enough? No. Fubs through the Coca-Cola curve for the final time. Take the victory. Sprinkler in second, Slow in third, Caddy in fourth, Frost in fifth, Legacy in sixth, Mail in seventh. That was a perfect race by Fubs there. Jenny coming up to the line in eighth. Got a penalty serve. So Mark got it, Jenick 9th, Matty Cake in 10th, and Jarhead in 11th. Brilliant victory by Fubs there. And he got a clean race as well. So we just quickly show you the results. Fubs 2 seconds clear from Sprinkler in second, Slow in third, Caddy in fourth, Frost in fifth, Legacy in sixth, Mail in seventh, Mark QWERTY in eighth, Jennings in ninth, Matty Cake in 10th, and Jarhead in 11th. And we had 2 drivers drop out. Right guys, give it a like and a subscribe if you haven't already. If you got any suggestions to my commentating, just leave a message and I'll get back to you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Night night guys.